Good evening, good whatever time of day it may be for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Layback Gamer, and, well, I'm gonna be honest. I originally had a decent character design in mind, but then I thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool to switch it up a little bit? So, here we are with the current one. Now, for those of you who are StarCraft nerds, such as myself out there, I absolutely love the series. Kind of sad that we're not going to see a StarCraft 3 for a long time, if it's ever going to come out. But, for the most part, yes. So, while I didn't really try to do that much with my Palico, because, well, it's a little hard to make a Palico look like a Zergling, I tried to make my character look like Sarah Kerrigan. I'll be honest, it doesn't look half bad. Could be worse. Could be worse, but I think I nailed on most of this. So yeah, we'll just quickly hit the no. And is there any way I can change up the face just a little bit? Maybe get rid of the puffed up cheeks, maybe. I'm gonna have to say no, so I guess I'm gonna have to stick with this. This was the best I could do with a picture just sitting in front of me. The best I could, and well, that's the name. We're going with Sarah K, and that's short for Kerrigan. I couldn't go ahead and, but I think that might be maybe a little too obvious. And I don't really feel like actually naming a character Kerrigan. And this is our Palico. It's got a little more purple on it than, well, anything really. And I decided to name it Carbot Bling. I should probably put a hyphen in there. There we go. Named after, well, I also watch a lot of this other YouTuber, another YouTuber called by the name of Carbot Animations. I absolutely love his work. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. He does well, a lot of really good animations, and I'm telling you, some of the story development that he's got with some characters is just, it's like, seriously, go check it out. He really knows how to make an animation and a story and make you really care for characters that just in the StarCraft universe, it's just they're everyday characters. So that's what my Palico's name is going to be inspired upon, and that's what I decided. Could you please just shut your mouth? Seriously, from a faraway distance, it doesn't look anything like the actual.
So, how about a toast?
To the A-list! And the commission!
Cheers!
So, tell me, what's your theory? The Elder Dragons must migrate to the New World for some reason. After running the research commission for 40-odd years, the Guild's itching for an answer. They say the 5th Fleet's got the best shot at cracking this case, and I agree!
Keep it down. Hey, speaking of, A-listers usually operate in teams of 2. Have you sat down with your partner yet? Listen to that. Getting rough out there. The waves are picking up. And that's gotta mean landfall. You're on the A-list, right? Huh. Meowdy-do. I'm not psychic, but I do have pretty good ears. Ah, put her there. I happen to be an A-lister myself. Whoa!
I gotta be honest, now that I think about it more, might maybe just be with, maybe just in the mouth. And honestly, probably one of the few characters in StarCraft that I could actually imagine her being in this in this universe.
Hello? Anybody there?
So I decided to completely restart over from the beginning.
It's you!
Yes, hi, handler.
Look what happened to the ship!
Okay, I'm looking.
We have to do something!
Yeah, okay, good luck with that. Unless you got some...
It's not safe here!
Unless you got a Terran dropship and a couple Terran dropships and some rope, that thing ain't moving from there. Though then again, of course, we could just get Zora to kick it off for us. I kind of wish they were. I'm being a little too nitpicky on how the character looks.
Watch yourself!
But as I was saying, I'm fairly certain that if there were ever if Capcom ever decided to do a StarCraft crossover, like add characters from, like say, in the non-existent possibility where we see a couple of StarCraft characters appear. I think Sarah Kerrigan in her human form would be one of the few to actually make sense to add in. Also, well, yeah. Anyways, I'm actually playing with a PS3 controller. Yeah, I know it might show the Xbox display controls, but I am using a PS4 controller. And off we go. And originally, I was debating on whether or not I was going, yeah, I'm starting to get behind that. This does look like what I was trying to achieve. I was debating on streaming this today, but after thinking it through a little more, I ended up opting not to.
Wow.
Even though I'm pretty sure I could have gotten away with it.
The new world.
And I'm also hoping that, because I did a bit of a test run with another profile, and it kind of had a few lag bits here and there, but that might have been just because my computer was... I think I had a couple things open in the background while I was trying to play this game, so hopefully we don't have that problem this time. Come on.
Somebody must have set up this camp.
So the first couple of missions I'm just going to end up blitzing through. I think I'm just going to go all the way until we have to hunt the first big monster, being the Great Jagras. Oh.
Looks like we're right around here. The Research Commission's base of operations is here. This is where our ship was supposed to dock. For now, I think it would be best if we make our way to base. The map should help us find our way.
I'm going to eventually be installing a couple of mods on here. One mainly so that I can actually redistribute all the control functions and read it as a PS4 controller. And another where, well, if anything, it's just going to be cosmetic stuff. Nothing that actually impacts gameplay. I'm not going to be downloading some of the ridiculous mods out there.
Look, the Research Commission's headquarters. Come on, let's get going.
And yeah, welcome to my Monster Hunter Let's Play. Now I will be streaming this game a lot, mainly whenever I do expeditions,
According to the map,
so people can join me.
To get to HQ, we need to...
Handler, please, can you just quiet down for a few minutes? So I can explain. Thank you. Anyways, I'm gonna ideally be streaming whenever I go to do a...
These Aptonoths seem every bit as docile as the ones back home.
Quiet down? Seriously. Whenever I do expeditions, or I go ahead and...
to go around.
Can I talk, please, Handler? Or are you just gonna continue chatting? Whenever I do expeditions or...
The scout flies are gathering.
Whenever I do investigations or expeditions, I plan on going to be streaming. Well, at least in the case of investigations, just a bunch of them in a row.
What a weird... I had the scout flies memorize my scent earlier. If you lose sight of me, just follow the scout flies, and they'll lead you right to me.
Okay, thank you, Handler. I'm sure many of the people who will be watching this probably already know the basics of this game, so that's why I'm kind of blitzing through the tutorial a little bit faster than what I normally would on any gameplay. In terms of weapons that I'm going to use, I think I'm going to swap between Gunlance Longsword and Insect Glaive. And maybe throw in the occasional bowgun.
Okay,
light bowgun though. Mainly because it kind of sticks with... Because in StarCraft lore, Sarah Kerrigan was a ghost, which was a specialist unit, and they mainly used rifles as well as stealth-based tactics. They were more of an infiltration unit, but they had a powerful ability called... They had the ability to call down nuclear missiles, which could absolutely devastate essentially almost anything that they came across. And that would be kind of... I'm not sure what that'd be reminiscent of, but...
Nothing can stop us.
I could see... In this game, I could see her being as more of a longsword / insect glaive user, and I'd really only would use the Gunlance if, say... oh, I can't even... well, maybe I can? Oh, nope, I can.
Wait, there's something here.
No, I'm busy collecting research data. But I don't want to go that way. I want to just take some time, explore around. I didn't want to go down there, though. Okay, I guess I have to come over here. Never mind.
Wait, there's something here.
Yes, I've already established that.
What is this track?
Handler, trust me, I've already established this.
Look!
I already found it. Relax.
There's more over there. Let's check it out.
Relax. I just want to get on with this, please. I think it might... wonder if I can get a different helmet that would just cover the ears a little bit. Kind of like the Like, if the leather helmet would cover the ears a little more, it would definitely... It's somewhat what the Handler has, except more down on the ears. It would be a little more reminiscent of her visor.
Don't mind me. This way, hurry.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, let's go. Come on, game, let's go. I would love to just start hunting down stuff. Let's go, go, go. Not quite sure what armor I would get next.
That is not good. What are you waiting for? Get over here.
Well, to be honest, I'm waiting on the game to let me move over there. how bad is this face gonna look? I've watched a few Let's Plays of this, or a few people on stream, on Twitch, and every time that face comes up when they're just jumping through the gate, it always looks ridiculous. But anyways, as I was saying, I do plan on switching between 4 weapons. Mainly because they're the weapons that I already kind of have an understanding for.
Amazing, ain't it?
I would pick
Just look at this gate.
daggers.
It's like nature meant for us to build a stair right here.
Stara.
Yeah, I would pick daggers, but I don't really know how to use those. It would take me.
Already here.
It would take me a little bit
Here's
to figure out
the last to arrive.
how they work.
Okay, set him down here. Take it
I need
nice
to
and
tape
low.
up your shoulder. Hold still for a bit.
Hey, you guys made it.
Be right back. You're alive.
Had it rough, huh?
Hey,
When we couldn't find you two, we were starting to sweat bullets.
you scared us. We were talking about going out to look for you.
All's well that ends well.
It would have been nice
Hey,
if you
we
tried
need
to
a
come
hand.
look for us.
Sorry.
Come on.
I mean, for all you know, we could have been
Catch you
dead.
later.
Then again, nothing ever dies in this game. You just...
This here's our trade yard.
If we
Guess the
died,
name
we
says
would have
it
just
all.
gone on a cart and spawned back here.
Look at all the people. The stuff.
Incredible, right? We've got it all here. We've got hunters to do all the exploring, scholars to do the research, technicians to keep them going. This place is the beating heart of the commission. Wait here a sec.
I wonder what would happen if you actually came here, if instead of a
Commander,
hunter,
I
you
found
were actually a, say, a scholar, who just have, and they just said, yeah, you know what, you seem to be the best, just go out in the field.
Welcome to Astera.
I also was debating, kind of making a look that was a little reminiscent on the commander. That way, whenever I wore the armor, I could just be, yeah, I'm the commander now. I don't even know what your, we don't even know what your name is. It's just commander.
Your reputations precede you.
Also, I always wondered, how good of a monster hunter are
Off
we?
you go.
Like,
Okay, I'll give you the grand tour. Let's start by looking for your pallet code.
The lore of our characters was we were late for the
This
ship.
is our stockpile. They carry most of the basic necessities.
You should drop by later to see what they have.
I will be. And, apparently we were according to the commander, we were spoken very highly of.
Next is the smithy. It's this way.
So, how good of a
Over here.
hunter were we? I mean, granted, we probably had, I know coming here, we probably haven't seen a good portion of these creatures. I don't know that much about the older Monster Hunter games, just from what I've
You're the
heard.
Commission's 5th Fleet, right?
I know some of them, such
The only man in
as
charge, my grandfather
Rathalos
was the
and
first.
I think
That was
Rathian.
a long time ago. Me? Not with any fleet. Born and bred right here. Never even been to
Same
the
with,
old world.
I'm not 100% sure what came from the old world. I know Rathalos, Rathian, and Diablos, including their subspecies, came from the old world. I don't know what else. Oh,
Here's
and
our
the Elder
smithy.
Dragons.
This is where you can craft
Minus-
weapons and armor. You'll be here. a
Well,
lot.
our end game.
Look at this place. Want to check it out?
And maybe Kultarov, which is a big reason why I'm getting back into this now,
toasty in
is
here.
the Kultarov siege is going to be happening soon
Next up is the
on
canteen.
PC.
Let's check it out.
I don't have any gear. You see, my gear was on the boat, and it got washed away.
Want to get going?
So I kind of need my gear back.
Canteen? I am so there.
There was a funny cosmetic mod that made the handler's face a little more puffy. that I watched from another YouTuber who covers Monster Hunter called Rage Gaming. Go check out his content if you haven't seen his stuff already. He's really good. And apparently very knowledgeable. Most of what I know ended up coming from just watching his videos. Hello, Carbotling.
Hey, you!
His face, he just sounds so happy.
Aw. I knew you'd pull through.
Apparently there was also a mod out there that make your cat look more like a dog. Which, I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind getting because I'm more of a dog person over a cat person, but
you are all here.
Didn't quite get to check out all the mods. My microphone? Okay, good, my microphone is on.
After tracking a migrating Elder Dragon across the sea, the 5th Fleet have finally arrived in Astera. Give them they're a fine group.
Sorry.
Worthy comrades who will help see the Research Commission's long efforts finally rewarded.
Yeah, no
Would you
kidding.
like to say a few words?
Thank you, sir. We're ready to roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty.
Also, I'm wondering why were we chosen to be the representatives of the 5th?
This here is the Commission's core team. You should all get to know each other.
Looking forward to it.
Now, down to business. The latest monster to make the Elder Crossing is known as Zora Magdaros. The Research Commission's job is to discover exactly why the Elder Dragons are migrating to the New World.
Elder Dragons have been with us since the dawn of time. Altering the ecosystem, reshaping the land, leaving disaster in their wake. Once every decade or so, they flock to this continent. But for what reason?
With the 5th's help, we will find the missing link.
Here, here.
Now we're talking!
Hunters, for the time being, I need you to focus on investigating our Jagras problem and securing Astera. Start by investigating the Jagras' habitat. Find out what...
Right. We're on it,
sorry.
sir.
Everyone else, you know the drill. Make sure these hunters have everything they need.
Now we're talking!
You two, make it a priority to learn how we do things around here. You'll find good teachers, so don't be afraid to ask.
You heard him. Stick with me and you'll have no problems.
The 5th's banner promises a change in the wind. It's your job to fulfill that promise. All right, dismissed.
You know, actually, now that I think about it, if we combined everything that we knew, it would make sense that we are actually the... I don't know if there is a designated or if it has been determined, but it would make sense if we were actually the leader of the 5th Fleet.
Over here.
Because, well, A, we're very knowledgeable, we can use just about any weapon. It's really limited based on our knowledge. B, there's no one around Astera that has the leader, the tag of 5th Fleet leader. I know that there's a third fleet leader. I imagine the commander is probably both the leader of the first and of the whole operation. They just don't bother to call him that. And the smithy is I think the 2nd Fleet Master. Which also begs the question, where's the 4th Fleet Master?
Gear for you in that equipment box. Make sure to choose a weapon that suits you.
Yeah, there's a bunch from that wood. Yes, I'm aware of all the different weapons. Don't want the hunting knife. I do want... what am I going to start with? I'm not going to start with the bow guns, but we are going to keep the light bow guns. Might have the occasional heavy bow gun whenever I go on expeditions, and would like to get... Oh, this is going to be a little bit later on, but would like to get a little more Zenny, and I'll showcase that. I'm not really a fan of the... they are really cool, the Charge Blade and Switch Axe. I'm just not terribly big fans of. The Lance is another weapon that I would like to use, but I'm not going to I'm not going to use it for the time being. Hunting horn. I tried this weapon out once, and that was the last time I tried it out. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pick stick with the iron katana for now. We'll switch it up in a few minutes. Plus, on a realistic basis, since we're trying to base a character on someone else,
Once you're ready, head to the canteen. I'll be there waiting with a quest.
On another character, it would make sense that I think it'd make sense that they would start with a long sword.
Sort through the research commission's leads, and the ones they deem worth our attention become quests.
Just gonna start by talking to every. Yes. Okay, thank you.
Listen up. Now that's hunting.
Just gonna.
What this world needs is harmony.
Just gonna blitz through this because I imagine many people have seen this. I won't go ahead with story without making sure it's on video. I will, however, say farm for monsters off camera, or try to get more Zenny. Okay, can I yes, I can purchase some trap tools. I would like 3 more in my bag. Thank you. And I think that's it, because I do want to start capturing monsters as quick as I can, and I believe there is the components out in the ancient forest in order to craft them. I don't know if in a previous video I had ended up saying that there weren't. Okay, please be quiet. I get it. I get it.
My.
Yeah, I agree. Look a little more hunter-like. Master Gatherer. I do like the leather helmet from now. For the most part, I'm going to be switching up the rest of these. But I do like the helmet for the time being. So I'm just going to go ahead, sell off some of the stuff. Keeping that. I will keep that for the time being. As much as I would love to learn how to use the daggers, not really a big fan of them. Let's just go, what's category?
Hey!
Handler, please. You're being annoying at the moment. Alright, we'll have to come back here once we get some materials in order to start upgrading our equipment. Let's go and quickly talk to the Meowscure chef. Yes, I am with the 5th. I know you really like your gains. I introduced you. I was talking to a friend when this game first came out, and I said, "Yeah, there's a character in here you would relate to because he enjoys working out a lot." And I said, "Yeah, if you do pick up the game, go look up the Meowscure chef. He literally he
Oh yeah.
yeah. I don't know how to put it into words.
What are we waiting for? The new world awaits.
I would also assume that we would be the 5th fleet leader because we are the ones doing a lot of the important quests, and I don't think they would trust just anybody to do some of the, I guess, life-risking tasks, but you never know. Eventually, when I get to events, I can see what events are on the PC version. I know on the PlayStation there's currently Arc-Tempered Zora Magnaros, which I beat it solo. I'm still proud to say that. I don't care that I don't have any vouchers. Yep. Just gonna quickly eat. Yep. Okay, with some Zenny. And we can go ahead and watch the animation. It's been a long time since I've seen this animation. Also, this is running scarily smooth. A lot smoother than what I'm used to. I'm used to a bit of choppiness from the my PlayStation. Alright, let's go. Oh. It's not the middle button, it's the share button. Yeah, that's gonna... Ooh, a nighttime mission. Don't mind if I do.
Alright, this is our first job. Rule number 1. Each
Yep,
quest
that's a
has an
no-brainer.
Our current objective is to eliminate a specified number of Jagras. We ran into some Jagras on the way to base. The small monsters, remember? I think we saw them somewhere around here. Want to check it out?
Yeah, but first I'm gonna do a bunch of
Rule
exploring
number
around
2.
here.
The commissioned supply, they're in the
Yes,
supply box over there. Have a look and decide what you should take along.
I don't think I get access
Oh,
to
yeah.
trank ammo. Oh, hold on a minute.
Hey, partner.
If there's one thing you want to do
Hey!
for some pretty easy Zenny, it's always put away all of your ammunition. Essentially, if you get any ammo or any power coatings, make sure to, before you start any mission, throw them into the box. On my one file, I got probably, I don't remember, I think I have almost 2 stacks of this ammo. And whenever I really want to, I can go ahead and sell every last one of this off. Because, well, at least on that file I could. This one, not so much, because I might actually be using some of this ammo. That being said, any of the coatings I will definitely be selling. You can take this back. I will throw all the raw meat in there. Keep the rations. And for now, I will be putting... I'm not going to be under any real threat out there. I will keep the rations. But for the most part, I'll take the first aid meds and try to use those as much as I can. As well as the easy rations.
Want to get going?
Square for that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. No, it's circled.
careful.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, this is gonna get annoying, these Xbox controls.
The long sword is a close-range weapon designed for cutting attacks. Gather your spirit to increase its power. Ready your weapon before attacking.
I'll have to...
Keep in mind that what you're able to do depends on whether or not your weapon is drawn.
Yes,
When
thank
you're
you.
investigating or gathering items, you'll generally want to keep your weapon sheathed.
Yes, yes, you don't have to tell me. Trust me.
I'll mark gathering sites and monster positions on the wildlife map for you.
Thank you. Actually, instead of that, we're going to go ahead and equip this. Now, I do want to quickly go I am going to go out of my way a little bit
Hey.
on this mission. Yes, thank you. Don't worry. I will remember where you are. Just checking around here. I don't think... Yeah, that's not there. There's normally a rare beetle that spawns here, but only at dusk and dawn, which we're not quite at yet. Also, Astera does look really pretty in the dark. So for the most part, this episode's just going to be... It's going to be a bit of a longer one. Mainly... Well, I decided to... Oh, here it is. Sweet! And we got an achievement, Rainbow Bright. Great timing. Okay. And... Oh. Missed it. Oh well. Doesn't really matter that much. Let's get moving. Yeah, there's red pit there, latchberries there, piercing ammo. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I am also kind of gonna go a little bit out of my way to do some epidemic life capturing. So apologies if I do that. Make sure to gather
You can
everything
gather
that we
honey
can.
and mix it with a potion to make mega potions.
And that's why I dumped mine off, so I can just collect a bunch of them. Needle berries.
A
Make
pack
spread
of
ammo.
Jagras. Those are the monsters we're after.
Let's see how you hold up when you're on your own.
Okay, was it Parashroom and... Yeah, it's Parashroom and Sleep Herb. I know where some Sleep Herb is in this forest. Oh, I'm very bad with this. Come on. Yeah, if I wanted efficiency, I wouldn't be using this weapon.
They're on the run. Don't let them get away.
Yeah, we can let them get
Grab all
away
the
for a
monster
little bit.
materials you can. You can use them at the smithy.
Alright, let's go ahead and quick carve this up. Just carve a little bit more. Yeah, I hear you, don't worry. This is gonna get annoying. Not being able to hit the red button all the time. Why did I gain access to that area? I don't know. That's weird. But I believe it's going to be over here on the second level where the sleeper herbs are. So we're going to have to quickly get there. I might find some more parashrooms on the way. I don't know if I will though. But my goal is to try to capture as many monsters as I can without having to kill them. Elder Dragons are going to be a bit of an exception to that rule, as you unfortunately cannot capture, or you cannot capture an Elder Dragon. Wish we would have told the commander that. Yeah, this isn't going to work because... Oh. Try to catch the bats. Now there's a spider here I can catch. A couple of omen flies here. Capture them. And there aren't any large monsters on this map. Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you for letting me know that you're still there. I will be getting over there in just a few minutes. I would first, however, like to... I missed! And I missed again. Oh well. I know. I first want to get just a couple of things. Now, do I really want to turn them into water ammo? Oh, just cast it on there.
Over here!
Yes, I know. I'm not lost, don't worry. On the contrary, I believe I am exactly where I need to be. So, there's a couple of sleep herbs. Oh, there's another one over here. I want to try to get as much of this as I can. I go through here. No, I can't. I should probably quick pop this while we're doing nothing of relative danger. Right through the webs. Anything here that I could use? The answer is no. Oh, but there are some more sleep herbs, so if I do come back... Actually, I am... I don't want to do that. Thank you. Quickly, I don't want to craft First Aid Plus. I know I have the components to make it. Game, can I make my... Trank Bomb? Ah, here we go. Probably throw it on craftable. There we go. Nice. And I got Sleep Coat, Drugged Meat. Didn't know that it actually led back down here. That's cool. Yes, yes, I'm coming. I guess it's now time. Let's get on with the mission. We can do more exploring later. Amazing. There was a large clump in front of me. Did I get one? Yeah, I got one. It can be a little bit difficult. I know where the location of ivy is, and I can use ivy and a spider web to form a netting, and then netting and a trap tool to form a trap. Oh, I need thunderbugs. Where can I find thunderbugs on this map? Ooh, that's a good question. We'll figure it out in a few minutes. Let's just go ahead and...
Whatever you can.
I absolutely suck with this weapon.
Sharpness. Range and distance to use a whetstone.
Sorry, field team leader. Had I had my gunlance here, all of them would be dead by now. Alright, capture these, because believe it or not, you can capture them. Well, I'm sure many people probably already know that you can capture them. Let's go ahead and carve these guys up. If I have the time to, I will be killing that. We'll be killing a couple more Jagras. And you can hiss at me all you want. Doesn't change the fact that I killed several of your friends. And now I'm taking bones from your bone pile. Oh! Let's go ahead and harvest from this. Yeah, this is running a lot smoother than it did on my first play, on my tester for this. Yeah, I wish I could change the face up just a little bit. I'm being very nitpicky, but it just looks a little off from the actual photo of Kerrigan. There's a take all button in this? That's new. That's a little new. I was gonna try to connect to the uh-oh.
Good to see you.
Uh-huh.
And listen up.
Turn on voice chat function now. I'm gonna say no.
All right. Now that you've got some materials, why don't we head over to the smithy to see what you can do with them? there, partner. Ah! You can pick up quests from the quest board, too. It lists the same quests that I've got, so don't worry about having to check two places.
Okay, alrighty. So, a reason why I didn't talk there was it auto joined me up to an online session, which that's something I didn't want, at least not for now. So, yeah, I didn't want to disrupt anybody because I know people might not like it. I know I personally don't like it unless, say, I, warn a bunch of people that I'm going to be doing something, be talking a lot. I don't want to, be mean to people, so, or disruptive to people. So that's kind of that's why I got silent and didn't say anything. Didn't miss too much. So I just immediately went straight to the smithy, which basically is where you craft and upgrade everything. And now we're just checking out here. Don't actually know anything about this. We'll go ahead and read them later once we encounter them. I don't think I've encountered moss swine yet. We have encountered an Aptonoth and Jagras, so I'll go ahead and read the descriptions for that. Docile herbivores that graze in packs. Their meat is considered a delicacy and is rich in nutrients. If one member of the herd is attacked, the rest will flee immediately and drops raw meat. Jagras. Members of the Great Jagras pack, these smaller monsters will flee upon seeing one of their own perish. They are also known for ambushing larger monsters at a moment's notice. And they have low rank materials of Jagras hide, Jagras scale, and sharp claws. And I'm not going to bother to read anything on these, but you have the shepherd hare, the varpanoid, and I think I said that wrong, and the bliss bill. And the terrestrial life, airborne life, you have omen fly, scale bat, and flash fly. And treetop life, you have the prism herculum. Yes, I was able to find it by simply being at the right place at surprisingly the right time. So we're just going to go ahead and shuffle through all the exclamation marks. Yes, hello, squad manager. I think I will be putting together signing up for a squad later. And if people want to join, people can join. Otherwise, I don't really know what else to say there. But let's now go have a chat with the airship engineer, who doesn't actually have a use until much later. Yes. No, I haven't. Then again, I haven't really been working on that. Yep. Flying monster attack them. You feel a little responsible for it. I'm sure you'll eventually find an airship to go rescue them. Don't worry, friend. I of course already know what happens. Are you a fourth? Yeah, you're an eager fourth. You'll also notice that some of the characters in this game, as the further on we progress, I believe the better armor they get, they'll get to. Just keep that in mind unless, yeah, I think your armor does get upgraded, unless I'm wrong about that. I don't know. You're going to give me some quests to do, which I'll be doing that at a later time. Yes, thank you.
We're on the hunt.
Alright, let's go. So the event quest, we have a Rush of Blood, which I'm pretty sure that's for the Mega Man collaboration. Chew the Fat, which we can do, and I will be doing probably in the next episode. Be cool with that, which is going to go against two monsters that we currently haven't seen. And, oh, I love this one. I love this one so much, but we're not going to be able to do it for a while. We'll get to that level 1 quest soon. Yes, I'm not going to use my voucher just yet. I want to use it on quests that have some higher zenny. Let's eat before we leave. I'll show you guys what each of these effects will do in good time. Quickly skip this just because I do want to try to conserve a little bit on time, and I am going to go ahead for this mission and change up to the gun lance just because this episode's been going on for a little bit, and I would like to end it quicker. Just a little bit quicker. Oh, I love the low loading
Call a
time.
certain number of Castodon. Recently, their numbers have been getting out of hand.
Want to get going?
Yes, just a minute.
Be careful.
Okay, we don't want to keep that. We can keep the megapots. Oh, the PC. This is just right. Granted, PlayStation is a very powerful system, but my PC is just. Oh, it's running this so smoothly. Yeah, I could. It's bringing a tear to my eye how smoothly it's running. Gotcha.
Over here.
Alright, I believe there are some Castodon in this area. Hello? Hello? Hello, my friends. It's been a while.
Ah, there we are. Those, my friend, are Castodon. Let's see you take them out on your own.
Oh, I'm sorry, Afternon.
Be careful.
Oh my, I'm sorry. I know my way around a gun lance pretty well. And dead. No, get away from that. This is also a really good way to get some extra research points. Kill one of these and wait for all the
Right. Let's look for another group.
revolture to come down and try to eat the corpse.
The Castodon are the least of your worries. There are a lot bigger monsters lurking in this forest.
Yes,
the
I
endemic
know.
life around here can come in handy during a hunt. Try to learn as much as you can about them.
Don't worry, I will. The first big upgrade we're going to be making to our suit is going to be, well, to our armor is upgrading our headpiece right now, because I do really like the headpiece. It does kind of, it fits a little more. And obviously I'm going to try to just put together some armor that fits a little more with what I like to see visually. I might worry about stats a little bit later down the line. No, where does this lead? Oh, it's just a stream that leads that way. I can't go that way. Oh, yeah, I don't want to go that way. That just leads to a straight cliff. And I don't want to die. Well, couldn't walk off the cliff even if I wanted to. Let's go ahead, sharpen our our gun lance, not great sword.
Over here!
Yes, give me 2 minutes. Don't rush me, please. I'll take more herbs. I'll take the needleberry too. Should be... Ooh, flame nut, nice. Can use that later for crafting better ammunition if I need it. I'll take that. I happen to know just about every little nook and cranny of each of the maps, just because I've played it so many times. So if you see me deviate from a pathway to go to some place, there is always a reason for it, and I know where I'm going. This is just a beautiful game. I think I have it currently running at 60 FPS. I'd have to check. I missed.
Huh.
Yes. That's the rest of the herd.
Be careful.
Don't worry. This'll be easy. Hey, male Kestodon. You want to get up? I could keep this chain going all day and I'll still kill them all. Oh, nuts. Except when they decide not to attack. And you're down. Oh, not quite yet. And now you're dead. Oh my, I just killed one of the vultures.
Good work. That just about wraps up our work here. Wait. Hey, come here. Think I found something.
I'm a little busy at the moment. I got a bit of, got a few corpses I gotta quickly cut up. Thank you, my friend. I don't know where I was going with that. I was going to say Carbot Ling, but I'm probably just going to end up saying Ling a bit more because, well, in StarCraft, that's what they're called. A lot of the time, for short, just Lings.
Over here.
And they were a...
Here.
Excuse me, I wasn't done down there. I wasn't done down there, field team leader.
Something's up around.
Yes. I'm always amazed by the Great Jagras every time he does that.
Now.
Just every time one of those guys do that.
All right, partner.
Always
New assignment
amazed.
incoming. Take down that Great Jagras. If you're not ready, you can return to base and take on the Great Jagras quest later.
Oh, I'm
Get
ready.
going?
Don't worry. I'm ready for this.
You
I'm
can call your friends
ready.
for help. Go to the menu and select SOS Flare to signal him. And you're going to need friends when you go up against some of the tougher monsters. In order for the scout flies to better track a target monster, we need to keep finding traces of it. Like footprints, for example.
Field team leader, I do hate to pop your bubble, but if I'm wielding a gun lance,
Good.
there's
You're turning up a lot of clues.
there's actually very little that could stand in my path. I'm gonna deviate a little bit. I don't know where they are, but I know there are some torch bugs around here somewhere. Or not torch bugs, what's the bugs I'm thinking of? I'm not quite sure. There's no ivy down here. Is that rare? I don't think that is. That'd be amazing if it was, but it's not. That isn't either, I don't believe. Nice shot. I know in here there are two types of those, Partik? I can't pronounce. I'm not even sure how that's pronounced. There's the woodland and then there's a jungle variety. The jungle variety is distinctly different, but I don't remember how it looks. Alright, so let's just... No, get back here. I need to use you to... You lead places. So just a trick for if any of you are new to this game. This should do what I think it's going to do. Yes, okay, so from Area 5 down here, you could take one of these guys, and it'll take you almost all the way to the top. Alright. Now that I'm up here, this is where you find all the ivy, so that means I'm going to have to quickly run back and go find, unless... Ah, Thunderbug! Excellent! Alright, so there's our Thunderbug. Which means I can now craft our Shock Trap. And null berries, those are very useful. They cure various blights. Another Thunderbug. I can use that later. Might keep that one on me for... Oh, there's a second one. Nice. Alright. Our equipment's almost completely ready. Well, 4 IV. Nice. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And, of course, you can go ahead and hop back down here. I'm quick enough. And... No, get back here. Oh, well. There's a bit of a... Actually. Oh, that's gonna get annoying after a while. Yes, so let's quickly hit the fast travel back to camp. I don't need to eat again. I know the screen says I can, but I don't need to. We're fine. Follow the scout flies. Actually, I got a good idea where he is at the moment. It's not over there. But if he's eaten, well, he got fed. I know where he retreats. He goes back to the Jagras' home. Then he tends to sleep for a little bit. Don't know if we're past that sleep timer. I've hunted these monsters enough times to... Well, some of these guys I've hunted enough times to be able to predict their pattern. I'm not going back that way. More perish rooms. Take that. Oh. It's a little early for a light crystal, isn't it? That's a rare mineral that you can find when mining blue nodes. Did he ever come back down here? I guess not. Okay, then I'm not 100% sure where he could be at the moment. He does normally follow that pattern. Oh, I hear him. For a second I thought I saw something else. Which... Oh no, wait, the pathway's over here. I know I am getting a little, just a tiny bit turned around, but I really thought he was going to be at a certain area. Although, is he just always going to be hanging around at this point? Yes. He should be around here somewhere. Or do I have to actually collect enough prints in order to find where he is? That's kind of lame. Another old footprint. Oh, never mind.
Less likely to lose sight of a monster if you use the focus camera.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Block wasn't in time for that. Alright.
Gunblades is a close-range weapon that also fires shots. Find an opening and down your prey with Wyvern's fire.
Yep.
If you're clever, you can use the slinger to distract monsters.
Or, I happen to know this area has this, which tends to hurt.
Now's your chance.
So the gun lance has 3 major shelling attacks. You have the bullets, which you can fire one at a time, or in a combo you can fire all of them at once. Wyvern Stake, which fires like that, and then Wyvern... I'm not sure what this is. Wyvern Heart, I think? Which is a charge-up attack.
Really mad now. Be ready for some vicious attacks.
Haha. You stand no chance. Except when...
Dodge their attacks. Don't forget you can guard too.
Yep. Yeah, if you stand just at the right spot, you dodge their attacks. Oh, sometimes the monsters will also drop items, which you can use, or slinger ammo.
Running away. Use the scout flies as a guide and they'll lead you right to him. That's
And
a piercing pod, a powerful type of slinger ammo. That's able to pierce the thick shell of monsters.
I missed. Haha! I should sharpen my weapon. Alrighty, Carbot, keep his. Oh, he's exhausted. No, he's hungry.
Okay, the monster's tired. Now's your chance to deal some serious damage.
He's going to try to eat something. Get back here. And the Alatreon are a great target for him. Get back here, please. Wow, that was some jump.
Look, the monster's almost done for.
Oh, never mind.
Chances
He's
are it'll
about
retreat
to
its
die.
nest to recuperate.
Alright, so we got our trank bombs and shock trap. We're gonna trigger the trank bombs first. I don't know if you can capture this monster, but we're gonna try to. I'm in no rush. Actually, I am in a bit of a rush. This is over an hour long now. And
Okay.
gotcha.
Report to the old man.
Ah, that was great. So, the reason why I captured it is because capturing them, A, it's a little more humane. At least I don't have to worry about killing them. And B, it's... it gives you better quest rewards.
I think we got a lead.
Maybe. Let's check it out. Hey. Well, you were right. There's our mark. Something's got him agitated. Look over there. What in the heck is that? I've never seen anything like it.
You think it's from Zora Magdaros?
I'd like to find out. But we better report back first. All right?
No, really, a giant rock just sitting in the middle of nowhere. Nah, that's not Zora's. Wow, I'm still getting used to the fact that there's a take all button now. That's awesome. So, how you get extra bonus rewards is depending on what you break off of a monster. So I'll show you guys in a second for the Great Jagras, but for instance, we broke his forelimbs. If you saw when we were fighting, there were occasionally on the side it popped up parts broken, and it gave us some research points. Well, we also gained some materials for it. We broke his head, and then we get some extra ones from capturing the Great Jagras. As you can see, we got 5 total, and you can carve up to 3 times. There are some skills in the game that increases it up to 4 times. I don't think you could do 5. If you could, then whether or not you capture a monster at that point would become irrelevant. But here's all of our quest completion rewards. We got some quest completion rewards for getting the Kestodon parts. as well as all the great Jagras stuff. I can't believe there's a take all reward. That's awesome. Oh, and wow, our Palico got a light crystal too. This is used for crafting later on in the game, but it doesn't hurt to stock up a little bit now. And your Palico can collect items. So how it works is the top row here is for items that a Palico can collect. Later on, we can get a gadget that will allow us to access this bottom row, which is stuff that our Palico gets from parts that they get from monsters. We won't be able to access that tool for a while, but we will indeed get to it. And then the same comes down here from Tail Riders, and I always used to call them, just to ignore my brother, Tail Raiders. Oh shoot! I did it again. It's the other way around. They are gathered by Tail Raiders, and I always call them Tail Riders just to make him angry. And if I do say Riders a lot, I apologize. That's just how I always say it. I do understand it is Tail Raiders. I just like the idea of Tail Riders because when I came up with that, I was really into Clash of the Clans, and they have a minion in there called, or a unit in there called the Hog Rider, and so I just nicknamed this the Tail Riders. Take all those. Now to rank 2, gotta level up on the Great Jagras, largest one we ever fought. Palico level is increased, and our Bigger Wasp sprayed for proficiency, which I will explain in due time. Got some new Steam trophies, which is excellent. And now we'll find ourselves back in Astera. Yes, I did. I mean, I don't think it could have come off any other monster. I don't know of any other monster that's a giant walking mountain that would spray off giant rocks of magma. Don't worry, we'll get to that Puke. I end up calling it I think it's Puke. And if I do that, I do Paul. I know how to pronounce almost everything in this game, except for a couple things. And some of the stuff that I know how to pronounce correctly, I won't pronounce correctly. I'll pronounce it the way I'm, just in a different tone. Okay, ooh, next one we get to do an expedition that turns into a mission later.
Once the camp is set up, you can go after that Puke.
I wonder where the resource center is.
Alright, Commander, what do you got to say? You got you? Yeah, well, I've been that way for a while now. We're not the best of the 5th for nothing. Yep, new world, new rules. It's how you have to get used to. But we're already used to it. Don't worry.
Huh.
Yep. I never played any of the old games, so I'm very similar to the field team leader. Yep. Never seen the old world. Always play, well, aside from the videos that I've watched, I've never seen the old world. This is the only Monster Hunter game that I've played, and I love this game. Oh, where's Poogie? Because I know if you make him happy enough, he will, well, I'll showcase that when we get to that point. He's not quite happy enough yet. He'd be jumping for joy if he was. Alrighty, Provisions Manager.
You're too good to me.
Yes, I will help you rebuild the camp. Yes. Okay, yep, okay. Alrighty, yes, we can establish that camp.
Don't let me down.
We'll do that, don't worry. Yep. So, these are I really should have done this in a different episode, but I guess this is just going to keep going on. Bounties are small, like they're not critical missions that you can do while you're out doing other missions, and you get small rewards for them, small amounts of research points and some armor spheres. Armor spheres you use to upgrade your equipment, well, your armor at least. and you upgrade them to essentially have a better armor rating on them. So it is very important to try to complete a bunch of these. There are better versions of armor spheres that you can unlock as the game progresses. We only have the basic armor sphere at the moment. So we're just going to go ahead and do all of these. I particularly like the capture ones because, well, you don't have to kill anything really. And I'm going to try my best to see if I can obtain. Well, it's not going to happen because as soon as I try to do multiplayer, people are just going to kill the monster instead of trying to capture it. But we're going to try our best to see if I can obtain a perfect capture to encounter ratio, or I guess in the game's case, capture to kill, even though we're not actually killing anything.
Okay, let's get this expedition underway. Meet me at the gate.
I will, don't worry. And there's our great Jagras that we happen to capture. Interesting thing to note is, well, we can't really see it here. On later monsters that we encounter, it will be a little more obvious, but any damage, any parts that we've broken off of monsters, if we happen to cut off any pieces of monsters, because you can cut some tails off of certain monsters.
You can embark on an expedition just by heading out through the gate.
Yes,
or
field
you
team
can
leader.
use the world map.
Just
whatever's easiest for you.
Just be quiet, please. It will actually show up on the monster here. So, for instance, if you break every part of a monster and cut its tail off, it will show up in here just like that. Let's see what you have to say. Oh, hi, Poogie. Well, I guess you love me enough. Well, but I'll showcase you in the next episode.
Good to see you.
Ah, Hunter, since you've established yourself... Well, I'm not going to try to read this, sorry. You can either slay or capture them. Yes, I've already gone over this. It is better to capture them. You get more research points for capturing them over slaying them. And you get more quest rewards for that. How? I don't know.
Try hard, will you?
But we just do. You want to occasionally check back in here with this guy anytime you find anything. So after you've hunted monsters, you captured anything. Right in here we have the woodland Petrix. I think that's I don't know how it's called. And here we have the Revivulture, or the Revulture. Vault? I don't know how to pronounce that. This one I'm going to be capturing quite often because anytime I kill a monster, one of the small ones, mind you, we're going to be, these guys are going to flock to try to, eat the decaying corpse, and we're just going to capture them for some free research points. Also got a Paratoad from that, which paralyzes you if you kick it. And that'll be very useful later on. And then we have Kestodon here. Female Kestodon will alert the pack of danger, while males will be violently charged would be threats. Their rushing charges can be blocked, however, leaving them open to attacks. They drop at low rank Kestodon Shell and Kestodon Scalp. I'm not going to be killing any of these, so we're just going to go ahead and read the caption for this. And we saw both of these, so we can go ahead and read them. Wind drakes that feast on scatter nuts. The flock will travel great distances when startled, making them an invaluable mode of transportation for clever hunters. That's why I threw my net up at them, as you can tell. There will be more of these in other areas. Some of them not as great as others. I think the ones in the ancient forest, these Marinos, are the best way to get around certain areas. Or it has the best transportation route, essentially allowing you to go from the bottom floor to almost all the way to the top of the ancient forest. And their low rank materials is Windrake hide and raw meat. Then we have the moss swine, which I don't want to kill any of these, but I know I'm going to have to for bounties and critical bounties. And I don't want to, but I'm going to. Moss swines are known for their excellent sense of smell and often found foraging for fungi. If you're hunting around for mushrooms, follow the moss swine to the mud of the lode. It is true, if you find a moss swine, chances are he's eventually going to lead you to some mushrooms, which some of them you might need, some of you might not. They're very useful, small monster life, and they drop moss swine high. So out of all these, only the Jagras and the Kestodon will actually attack you, and these three will remain passive towards you. And then we have the Jagras, and we discovered the Puke. So the Jagras, the pack leader of the Jagras, when hungry, great Jagras are known to attack monsters even stronger than themselves. It balloons to unbelievable proportions after swallowing prey, and we got to see that. Even after a giant meal, a great Jagras can still use its expanded stomach to attack unsurprising hunters. Aim for its belly to force it to vomit out its prey and significantly weaken it. When it's bloated as well, it has a couple different move sets because it's not as mobile. But it will still, like it says, it will still use its expanded stomach to its advantage. When it's expanded, I think it has a bit of a bigger hit radius, and also its attacks will tend to hit a little bit more when it's, when it hasn't eaten anything, and it's like the way we had found it after trying to refine it. It will be. It's a little more agile. And here's the physiology. The head and stomach and our limbs are breakable. I broke both. I believe I broke both of its legs and its face. I did not get around to breaking the stomach. And on the side there, you can see its elemental weakness. That's not going to play a big factor in this at this point of the game. It shouldn't really until I think our first encounter with Zora Magdaros. It's not going to play that big of a factor until then. And even then, it might play just a little bit beforehand. But as you can see, the more stars it has, the more weak it is to a certain element or ailments. For instance, the weakest, the strongest element against a Great Jagras is fire. The weakest is water. Water it's resistant to, and fire it's 3 stars weak to. And any ailments you use, poison, sleep, paralyzed, blast, or stun, it's weak to all of them. A very good degree. Alright, that's going to conclude for today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you everybody for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you really enjoyed. Don't forget to share this video with anybody who you think will enjoy my content. Next time on Monster Hunter, we're going to be heading out, doing a few things. I'm going to show a little bit more for those who are unfamiliar with this game, and for those who are, well, you go ahead, just skip in a few minutes, and I should be doing the actual hunt by that point. But till next time, take it easy, ladies and gentlemen.